Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Kind of a late upload today because my computer decided to not work because of the software updates. Like when I was recording videos, like it would like lag out. Whatever. Okay, so today was a pretty special day. Um, a pretty hard day. Except if you waited for the bigger cup, right? Uh, but if you're trading around like AM session to like mostly PM, you would only have to trade like scalps, etc. So if you if you were like kind of like a intermediate to experienced trader, you could take those trades. But for a beginner, it's very hard to take those scalp trades because you really have to know what that support, resistance, etc. is. But I'm gonna explain. So today we basically this was a trap, right? We bounced off that, then we bounced off the 5 day, right? Then we closed this bigger cup right here, right? So we closed two cups technically today. So we closed this cup, and then we closed this big cup right here, right? Um, so that's the 30-minute chart. So now I'm gonna show you the 1 minute, which is why it's so complicated. All of that. See, even it's like lagging because I'm like whatever. Okay, so we first had to identify that yellow, right? The first day trade trade of the day was gonna be around right here, right? We noticed this inverse. I'm gonna zoom in more because so there says inverse cup and inverse head and shoulder, right? Um, which really brought us up right here. However, I was pretty hesitant because we were still in that selling algo, right? And I didn't know if this would have been a top, like, right? So if we were gonna close a cup here, right? So I was kind of worried taking the trade. However, I still could have taken this trade right here, right? When I retested blue right here. Um, and why is that is because of the volume that decided to come in around here, which was more than the previous volume. And I'm trying to show you yeah, right there. Okay, so you see how the volume from here, right, it was like pretty low, then it just gradually started getting higher around this area, right? So right here made like pretty good volume right here. So this was a pretty good entry, but nonetheless, if you didn't um, catch that, that's totally fine, right? Because again, these are scalp plays, right? So that's one trade for today, right? And then scalp plays. So this you're gonna have to notice the red, the pink as well, which are the few main algos today, and then the purple as well. So the purple is controlled selling, right? So we're just building liquidity within that. It's like a deeper structure, right? So break of purple is always a good entry for scalps, right? Then you take it to the next known resistance, aka this pink right here, and see what it does right here, right? Um, then if you want to keep scalping, you can take this trade right here, break of yellow, right? But again, these are pretty quick trades. You want to be in there. You don't want to be in there too long. Right here as well. But however, we didn't close this inverse cup, right? That's why we didn't see like much of a downward thing, as well as like we were bouncing off the 5 day. 5 day is right here, guys. 5 day is right here. We're bouncing off of it. So you have to notice that we're using 5 day as support, not resistance. If it was gonna be resistance, we would have closed this inverse cup right here, right? Use the 5 day as a resistance and then drop down below. But that was not the case. So you cannot short this fully. You cannot at all. So when you're shorting this, even if you're taking scalps, you're taking small positions, right? You're not taking big positions. And here, we're just basically in like a tapering. Like you can notice this tapering. Some scalps are here. You could take, but what you have to notice. So like I was waiting for this cup to close like for the whole day, bro. Like I telling you, like I was like, cause there was so many like instances where I thought the market, we were gonna close this cup right here, etc. Like it was giving me indication. So like I could not leave, right? So I didn't eat the whole day, bro. Like I was just glued on my desk, right? Um, and and basically like I just was stuck here basically. So I decided that at like 1:30 or like like one around here, right? I was like, yo, bro, I gotta call it. Like, you know, like I gotta get some food. So like I did this. Like I didn't expect that cup to already, like the smaller cup to close, right? But I guess what? It already did. So like I was pretty late in catching this. So I caught this like this small cup, right? I caught the trade right here when it retested the green. I entered here and I closed down my position at the close of the cup right here. Then you wait for the handle. You cannot short this, okay? Whoever shorts this, like unless like you got that scalp, like small position scalp right here, right? um you cannot short this, right? So um fully, so you have to wait for the handle. And if it was headed down, right, we would have closed the cup, like inverse cup, handle, bam, right? But then we have this pink, red, right? What I'm showing you, this is a lot of algos, I'm not gonna lie, right? So I'm gonna show you some pretty nice thing. So right here, uh this is the handle, right? But then we close another cup within the handle, right? um then uh after the handle formed for this cup, right, we basically made an inverse head and shoulder, right? And typically when it is a inverse head and shoulder, you're not gonna see that microstructure on the right shoulder. Like you don't see a retracement right here 9 out of 10 times, right? So you really gotta take your position at the break of that purple right there, right? And you can see how we're tapering around here, right? So very good confirmations, and it was very like the 5-day was all the confirmation you needed today that we were bullish, because we didn't trade below the 5-day. We traded above the 5-day. We even tested the 5-day like once right here, once right here. So we were in a pretty bullish structure today. So no reason for you to fully short this unless it was for scalps. But again, I'm gonna show you. This was one trade. This was another trade. This was another good scalp. This was another good scalp. Another, you could entry right here. Another entry right here. So you could have taken so many scalps right here. Another good scalp right here. Basically so many opportunities, so you're not bored. Like I know, like when you're waiting, right, you might get that itch, or you might be like, I need to enter a position, right? So that's why you scalp, right? It still keeps the momentum flowing. So then the ultimate move was to wait for this cup to close, right? The handle right here, test of green, retest that, and all the way up to close this cup right here. So unfortunately, I was eating. Well, okay, so I didn't even get to eat my breakfast, bro. When I came back, right? Oh, guess what? So I was still cooking. Like when I entered here, I was still cooking. So I was literally running back from the charts and to the kitchen. So like I was just doing two things at once. Okay, like but I was pretty confident. I was just looking if it tapered, and it did taper. So I was pretty in the safe. And I knew we were gonna close that cup. As well as with the confirmation with the 5-day, like you know. So the idea would have been to enter right here as well. Like that would have been such a good move. I could have probably made another freaking couple grand. Oh, also I'm gonna tell you that I did enter this trade as well. I believe I got like I entered at 0.7 and I exited at so I made okay, so I got out pretty early in this trade right here. I got out of right here. I don't know what, I think it was because I wanted to call it a day like so bad, and I was already up a lot from my previous scalps and trades. So I was just like, nah, bro, like I'm just like, cause I was just like, I didn't even get to eat my food, bro. I got like I cooked it wait, when did I cook? Yeah, so okay, so I came back around this time, okay? So then I didn't even get to eat my food for the past 2 hours, right? I was like, hell nah. And then I was like, whatever. And I should have waited, because I had it in my 30-minute. Like, look at that, bro. I should have waited till the cup closed, right? And I knew it was going to close the cup, but I don't know why, but I was just like, frick it, everything. I don't care about I could have made an extra 3 grand here as well. But I was close to five figures today. Really close. I just didn't have that patience. And I think I got burned on one of the shorts down, like when I was scalping, but that was pretty it. I didn't really lose money today. But yeah, it's very like cool when you know what the resistance is and the support, right? And when to scalp. Like let me give an example, right? What's the best example? Right, okay, yeah, this tapering, right? When you're looking at this, right, you don't want to short right here at all, because you notice this tapering pink right here, which follows, right? So you don't have good risk to reward right here, right? Unless like I took this scalp right here. I actually did take this, so it was like $1,000 trade right here. And I did exit out right here because I knew because we didn't close that inverse cup, right? So I just saw support right here, so I exited out fully right here. So that was a quick scalp, a quick 1,000. Then like yeah, just like trade. I wish I could. I don't really want to do it because I don't get paid for that. But like, I could realistically like go to the 1 minute chart and redo these, like make it simpler. But like if you can understand what I drew, right? You'll literally be a master trader. You know how the market will flow. You know how it will go, right? Um, but and the 5 day is gonna keep moving up as well. With the so it should open around here tomorrow, right? 531 level, and then see what happens tomorrow. We're still we want to wait for a handle. I believe the 30 minute probably wants a bigger handle before we go up. So look at for that. Don't go into longs yet. Look if we test the 5 day again tomorrow. And yeah, then we might make higher highs again. But let me show you in the 30 minute. So yeah, so we're still in the close of the cup, right? Wait for some type of handle. So like the pink algo again, right? The pink algo, right? And see what the structure is. We might gap up tomorrow, right? And then head down, right? To do it, because we didn't really close it strong enough. Right, so that might be the play tomorrow. But if we are headed down, we set up really good liquidity around this area, so we can close a cup right here, right? We can close this cup right here, and then the white algo is still present. We still haven't broken the white, so we're not gonna force a trade down yet. We just look up for now. And take scalps for shorts, but no, like you shouldn't put like huge 100+ contracts into shorts, okay? That should not be a thing. But yeah, there was like okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Oh yeah, this was a pretty good trade as well that I took. So you really have to notice this red, right? So there you go, and then bam, we just close this cup right here as well. Pretty good trade. But yeah, so 11, 12, like 12 trades today, bro. Like imagine that. Even if you made like even if you put the littlest money in it, you could have made big money today. Same with yesterday. Like yesterday was a 5-figure day. But yeah, I actually this is pretty complicated, I'm not gonna lie, for a beginner, and that is because it's like so much to keep up with, and to know like track all the algos, right? But if you can't see it, you will master it, and you'll see it forever, right? You'll know when it's like you know, at support, resistance. And then the orange algo was pretty important today, which I don't think I mentioned, but yeah. Yeah, alright guys, have a great rest of the day, and like I said, wait for the handle tomorrow, or a retracement of some sort tomorrow, and then take the trade up. And then if we are shorting this, don't short it till we break the yellow right of the white right here, possibly, and then also drop the cup, right? Drop the inverse cup, right? Before we take any trades down. But yeah, if you are scalping, scalp. Don't be in that trade. Don't hold on to it, because when you're scalping, you are risking. more than, for example, waiting for that cup to close, right? Wait for that cup to close, which is a safe, way safer. Look at this safe trade. This is such a safe trade for you to take. And yeah, just wait for the safer trades if you're not that experienced. And yeah, all right, guys, have a great rest of the day.